Ariel Helwani in Las Vegas alongside Henry Cejudo, who meets Demetrious Johnson this Saturday at UFC 197 for the UFC flyweight title. Henry, we have a lot to discuss, my friend. First off, thank you for the time. You're back in the scene of the crime, Nevada. You said a lot of things about this state and commission. What's it like
Just
actually?
the commission, not the state, man.
Well, that's right.
Come on.
What's
man.
it like being here?
It feels good. It feels good. I've always pictured myself fighting here in Las Vegas. It's so close to home. It's a 4.5-hour drive. It's a 45-minute plane ride. I mean, it's perfect. The whole thing. I'm just glad the whole Nick Diaz thing got lifted and I'm able to fight here. A lot of people don't remember. Just like they overturned Nick Diaz. He wasn't fined as much. They reduced his time, and that's why I'm here. If not, I wouldn't fight here.
Did Nick ever reach out to you and thank you for what you said and what you did?
Yeah, through social media.
That's cool.
Yeah, through social media. I still haven't seen him yet, like, and to able to talk to him, but maybe after my fight.
So this is an interesting thing because you were probably the only fighter at the time to step up and say this is wrong. You stood up for your fellow fighter. Yesterday you threw us a curveball. Yesterday you said in the Conor McGregor situation that you were actually kind of siding with the UFC, and that got a lot of people riled up, and they were taken by surprise. What did you mean by your statements?
Well, just so you know, I wasn't fighting against the UFC with Nick Diaz.
I know.
I was fighting against the Nevada Athletic Commission. What I meant by that is, sometimes if people flew out, Nate Diaz, a bunch of people flew out to do this commercial shoot here, I believe. When I heard Dana White talk about it, there's tons and tons of money that are spent. But I understand Conor's side. I read his post today because I get pulled left and right. And I understand that side of it. I think people tend to take it out of context, but I'm just saying, in order for the UFC to get to the NFL, the MLB, the NBA, there's things that need to be done in order for corporate America, corporate sponsors to get involved with mixed martial arts. If everybody's able to do everything, then it changes everything. But I'm a big Conor McGregor fan. I really am, man. I enjoy the dude. I like watching him. And him not being here, it's, these guys are working their butt off. Ronda, they pretty much, all these guys, we all have obligations. At the same time, I can see how Conor can never go against Conor, dude.
What's the reaction been like?
I'm already getting hate mail, dude. His thing's MMA fighting. I like Conor. I'm a big fan of his, man. I just feel like sometimes the UFC needs to do things in order for the company to grow, to get into corporate America. Take the NBA, the NFL, the MLB, for example. These people have done it. They will suspend their biggest stars, but look at what it does. Coca-Cola gets involved. Tide gets involved. The biggest companies in the world. But fans are fans, man. And I would like for the UFC to be the next NASCAR, of MMA.
But you also understand strength in numbers, right? So when those sports, when something happens with a fellow player, other players will stick up for them and say that. So now fans will be like, well, Henry Cejudo did it for Nick Diaz. Why is he not doing it for Conor? And I know every situation is different. People were just, I guess, surprised because you were so outspoken about the Nick Diaz situation that you sided against Conor in this one.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I just felt like for Nick Diaz, he was targeted. Yeah. It was organized crime, bro, straight out. Here, it was just the dude, he just didn't want to show up, man. Yeah. And again, man, it's a commercial shoot. I get it. I get the fact where Conor's complaining, because even I've complained. I actually got into it with the UFC. They flew me out to Mexico City 2 weeks ago. And I was complaining. I was like, dude, I'm in camp. But you know what? I did it. And on the way back, and I want you guys to take this, they were going to fly me from Mexico City because there's no more flights from Mexico City to Phoenix. So I says, no, man, I need a direct flight from Mexico City to Phoenix. They were trying to fly me from Mexico City to Atlanta and then back to Phoenix. I dude, that's too much on the plane. Right. So I stuck to my guns there. So I understand that side of Conor, but he's not fighting until UFC 200. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's... Anyways, man, I apologize if I offended any Conor McGregor fans. And
look, you don't have to apologize.
I'm just trying to elevate the sport.
Sure.
Think of the NBA. If you guys don't want Reeboks to get paid $2,500, well, hey, man, let's all be role models. Let's all step up to the plate. Let's be the NFL. Let's be the NBA. Let's be these people that have the models. Let's do that.
Let's talk about your moment. It's a massive one on Saturday, your chance to become the UFC flyweight champion. I'm wondering if over there, Demetrious Johnson, if you believe in your heart of hearts, that he respects you as a challenge, that he thinks that you are bringing something different to the table that all these other guys from Benavidez to Dotson haven't brought to the table? Do you think he fears you as a fighter?
I would hope so. I mean, I would hope, maybe fear, maybe respect is probably a better word. I believe he respects the fact that I've reached a high level. I'm undefeated. Like I said, I want the best Demetrious Johnson that the world has ever seen, because I don't want excuses. I really don't, and I don't mean to sound arrogant or whatnot, but I want the best of the best. I'm in my prime. I'm 29 years old. So is he. Let's give the fans a show. But if I'm healthy and I do everything right, Ariel, man, you cannot measure heart. You cannot measure hunger, and that's something that I have.
When you look at his game, because as a flyweight, he's looked rather unbeatable. What's the key to beating him? Do you see that blueprint?
Cheese.
That's it.
Cheese.
Just sort of bait him.
Set traps, baby.
Set traps. That's an interesting term. So you're going to set traps for him. That's it. Like, what do you mean?
You don't discuss that, Ariel. Just make sure all the Conor McGregor fans love me, man.
That's all that's important.
I'm just trying to get the UFC to corporate America, to what the NFL, NBA are like, man. They have the motto, and sometimes it's good. That's fine. Discipline me. Discipline the people, man. You have to. It's part of being a professional sport.
How's the weight cut going?
Weight cut's good. I'm only 7 over. Waking up 7 over.
Okay.
I've never been this light before. I feel good. I'm hungry. I'm hungry to fight.
Were you working with George Lockhart and now no longer?
We had started the discussions. I actually switched it to talk to Captain Eric Alberison, who's right here. Bring him on the stage real quick.
Well, he's got a fantastic. He drops his phone. He's got a silk shirt. This guy is the star.
He's nervous now. But I'm working with pretty much the science of this program called Phase 4 with Dr. Robert Forster. And it's not only the nutrition, but actually the peaking side of things. I think sometimes we tend to work out so hard, and I would work out so hard that in the middle of the camp I would get hurt, my back would go out. And they have me on this specific plan where I'm peaking at the right time, and I feel extremely, extremely hungry to fight. And my weight's under control. And I'm not training as long as I used to.
Wow. How do you win? Do you foresee it? Do you see something in your mind, a scenario playing out over and over again?
Yeah, absolutely.
What is it? Tell me.
You're going to have to tune in, baby.
Man.
Tune in April 23rd. We're a couple days away here at the MGM Grand Las Vegas. And you're listening to MMA Fighting.
Wow, how about that? And that hair, I got to tell you, it's just...
Kenny Florian don't got nothing on me.
That is right.
Only Prince, man. Rest in peace.
Yes. Party like it's 1999, my friend. Good luck to you. Looking forward to it. Thank you for the time.
Thank you, Eric. I appreciate it.